Hey there, Ashish here, and I welcome you all to make this minimalistic navbar along with me. Here I have navigation bar with a logo and these links on the right side. Uh, and this navbar kind of looks cool in a narrower devices, and you can see that this navigation bar is completely responsive. And we can have this toggle button which triggers some animation, some slight transition or so-called animation in our navigation bar. So let's deep dive into our VS Code and let's create this navigation bar from scratch. So we are going to mimic this same navigation bar right in here. So what we have in here is pretty much two files. That's one is HTML and CSS file. So what I am going to do is quickly I want to create a boilerplate in HTML file. So what we have here is a boilerplate, and I am going to change the title to nav bar. And then next what I want to do is I want to create a nav element. So I want to create nav element, and after that what I want is navbar brand. That means this class is for the logo right here. So for this logo I am using the navbar brand class, and what we want to write is core pair right in here. And then afterwards what we want to create is these links right in here. So for that I am going to use UL or so-called on order list, which consists of 5 links. So list items will be 5, and inside this we have an anchor tag. So I hit enter, and this creates or so-called templates. And in here I want to just mimic this previous thing. So here what I want to write is home. Let's save this and see it in browser by running the live server. As you can see that our live server has been started, and let's quickly view in the browser. So we have structure of our navbar. So this one is the pure HTML. So we are going to style that HTML by simply assigning a link element. So say link colon CSS, and this will be automatically going to assign our style.css or link that file here. So save this and move to style.css. What we have in here is the basic styling. I hope you know this. And afterward I am going to target our nav element with giving the minimum height of 60 pixel. And I want to display that as text. Sorry. And justify content. I want to give space between. So let me save, and what we have in here is our navigation bar. So we want to create the navigation bar like this. So what we want to do next is to apply the background color. So background, I want to give the background of this one. This one is our Redis background, and just quickly I want to say align items center. And afterward what we have to do right in here is, I think we are done. Let me save this, and we are done with our nav elements. So let me target the logo right here. We want to target this logo. So say navbar brand. That's the class we assigned to that logo. So we want to first say color of white and font size of 1. No, I want to give the font size of 2 rem, and I want to remove the text decoration from that link. So text decoration will be none. After that I want to increase the font weight to what as you can see here, we have pretty much the navigation bar or link like this one right here. So I'm going to give the a little margin from right here, from the left corner in our navigation bar, so that looks like this. So I'm going to give here the margin left of 1 rem. 1 rem is sufficient and it looks kind of cool right here. And what we are going to target next is these links. So I want to target these links. So here I want to say display all the contents inside them as flex, and afterward what I want to do is I want to give the margin from right of 1 rem, and afterward what I want to target is the list items, and I am going to say list star not. After that what we have here is this links kind of contracted to each other place. Then I want to give the padding or so called margin right in here to separate them from each other, 0.5 rem from all sides. So this looks like that, and afterward I'm going to target the actual links here. So I'm going to say color of white, and afterward I want to increase a little bit font size of 1.2 rem, and remove the text decoration, and then I want to give padding of 0.5 rem from all sides. Save this one and look here, we have our links right here. That looks kind of like this, but the font size has been increased a little bit, so I think this is not gonna cause anything like the ugly in our navigation bar. It looks kinda cool right here. And after that what I want to do is whenever I hover over that link, I want to just keep some filter. So filter, and I want to change the opacity. So I literally want to decrease the opacity right in here. So whenever I hover over the link, the opacity should be decreased, and for the sake of smoothness I am going to give the transition of 0.3 second is 1. Yes, that looks like this. Let's take 0.3 seconds for our transition to be happen. And afterward what I want to focus on next thing is this blue line underneath the links. So for that I'm going to use the pseudo class in our CSS. So I'm going to use after to give the content of nothing, the position of absolute, and I want to align that to the bottom. So I want to say bottom of 0 pixel and left of 0 pixel also, and so that it can be visible. So we have to give the width of 100% and height of 3 pixel. And right now if I save it and go here, you can see that we are not able to view that. So for that we need to give the background color. So I'm going to assign the background that bluish color here. What we have here, we have this line underneath our link. So what I want is whenever I hover about that link, the after should be changed into like this So afterwards will be scaled to its original size. So scale to its original size, that means 1, and here I want to have its scale size will be 0, and whenever I hover over the link, this will be scaled up to its original size. So for the sake of smoothness, I am again going to give the transition of 0.3 second. That will also be its, yes, now this looks like that, but if you look carefully in here, the origin is from the left, so this line underneath the link is being originated from the left side of the link. So yeah, but in here we have the line is origin from the center. By default the transform origin is from the center, so I am going to alter that property. So say transform, sorry, origin, transform origin from the left side. So now we are able to achieve that effect right in here. But if we were to contract this window or so-called, we want to be that mobile friendly, it is not responsive right here, so we are going to make that responsive. So right in here, when we have the narrower screen, we have this toggle button right here, but in there we don't have any toggle button. So we are first going to make that toggle button. Going to our index.html, we can add an element here with the class of toggle, inside which I am going to have 3 span tags. So for that 3 lines, inside that I am going to have 3 span tags, and I am going to style them right in here. So toggle, I am going to give this width of 30 pixel and height of 30 pixel, so that it will create a square box and the background will be transparent. And afterward, what I want to give is the margin, so margin from the right side, so that it will not stick to the right side, right edge of our navbar. So margin right will be of 1 rem, and after that what I am missing is it will not be visible until I give the background color. So here I am going to target the span elements, so we have to spell that correctly. So in here is span, so I am going to target the span, give it the background color of literally white, and I'm going to give the height of 5 pixel and width of 100%. So here I want to say display is flex and justify content space evenly, so that it will give us, so why it's not giving us our toggle button? I think we need to inspect right in here. Yes, it is not correct. Inspect in here. Inside our nav. Oh, we have assigned that our toggle button is outside the nav, so that's a fault I have done here. So I want to insert that inside the navbar, so it's visible right now, I think. Okay, it's right in here this one is our toggle button. Contacts, so that has been here. So we have given the flex, but we haven't given the flex direction to column, so that it will be visible now if I give column flex direction. So I think it's now visible, still not visible. So I want to give here border radius of 10 pixels. So I am going to give here the cursor of pointer. So what does this literally do is, whenever this mouse pointer goes over that toggle button, this mouse pointer is going to be changed into, mouse cursor is going to be changed into pointer type. So let me save this and show you, and here we have our toggle button right here. But the thing is, why we are not able to see that? But, oh sorry, I misspelled this class right here, so we are not able to do that, but it's now visible right now. I always do that kind of typos, so let's ignore that types of typo. So now what we want right now is, whenever the screen size is less than the 650 pixel, I'm taking here 650 pixel. So whenever the screen size will be less than 650 pixel, the toggle button should be visible and this link should be disappear, like this one right here. Whenever the screen is narrower, the toggle button is shown here but the links are disappear, and when the screen size is larger, the toggle button is disappear and we have links appear right in here. So for that I'm going to use media screen and max width of 650 pixel. So what this one does is, the code we write inside this brackets will run if the size of this size of the window will be less than 650 pixel. It will not run the even the one line of code if the screen size is larger than 650 pixel. So in here I want to hide our navigation bar, hide our links, so I am going to say display of none. So I am going to say here also I want to hide this, hide the toggle button, so I am going to say first display none, and then right in here I want to say toggle display flex. So the links are not visible now, so the links should not be completely disappear from here. The links should be moved away from our navigation bar so that we cannot see that. Let's style our nav or the menu link section. So I'm going to give a background as earlier. That's this one right here. So the background will be like this. So what we have to see is that exact thing as previous. So I'm going to say position, give the position of absolute. From the top it should be 60 pixel, and we have given the minimum height of the navbar as 60 pixel, so I'm going to say from the top it should be 60 pixel and from the left it should be 0 pixel, and width will be 100% of the screen. So what we get in here is this thing. So the links right in here should be ends in each line. For that I want to say flex direction column, and this is gonna do that for us. And we have literally this kind of thing. And when if you look carefully, the underline is on the edge of our nav bar. So I'm going to give here the padding bottom of 0.5 there. That will be sufficient, and it looks like this, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool thing. Now we are done with this, so we want to add our functionality right in here. So whenever we click this toggle button, this link should move up, and if we click this toggle button again, this link should be moved down. So for that we are going to use just 3 lines of JavaScript code. So I'm going to create script tag in here really quick, and to say const toggle button equals to dot query selector, and I'm going to select the toggle element right in here. Copy this same thing and paste here. I'm going to select the menu here, and this is our menu. So what this 2 lines of code does is literally this one is able to get this element right in here with the class of toggle, and this will be assigned to this variable, also called constant. This element will be assigned to this toggle button, or this toggle button variable or constant will be referenced to this element right in here. And similarly, the menu variable will be referenced to this UL. So this UL, the menu will be referenced to this UL. So what we are pretty much going to do here is, whenever the toggle button is being clicked, we want to fire up some function with our ESC's arrow function. So what we are going to do next? So let me inspect in here, and let me show you what's going right in here. So if you were to inspect there and go to select the elements, so right in here I'm going to select this. In here we have UL class equals to nothing is in here. Class, the class is literally none of the value is given to there. But if I click this toggle button, there is open class is being assigned to UL element. So whenever I click, you can see here open class is just added in here, and when I click that again, this open class will be going to disappear from there like this. So we are going to implement same thing for styling our navbar. So whenever the toggle button is being clicked, I wanna target the menu, and I want to target the class list right in here, and I want to toggle our class list. So first time if we click, it is going to assign, and second time if we click that again, it's going to remove that open class from there. And right in here we are going to use that open class in here and do our quick animation stuff or styling. So transform. So if we have the open class in our UL, then it's going to transform and translate into y-axis at 0. So it's not going to be moved anywhere. But whenever the class there is no open class, or the open class is removed, it's going to move upward, up to 200% upward. Vertically upward means this links right here will be going to disappear somewhere right in here above our core pad logo or somewhere in here. So it will not be visible to us. So whenever I save this, we are not getting that, and when I click this toggle button, we are going to get that. So it's not smooth writing here, so we are going to give that transition. Sorry, I misspelled this one. Transition of 0.3 second of is in. I want to put the is in transition writing here. So whenever I click this toggle button, this is going to appear, and we hover over these links, we are going to get this type of thing. So when I so let me show you this how this navbar looks in other mobile devices. Oh, we are done with our navigation bar. So we have created our navigation bar successfully, and this is pretty much what we want to do. Let me show you briefly what it looks like in different mobile devices. So whenever I click that toggle button, it's going to disappear. If I click that again, it's going to appear. So you can also replicate in here. The open class is being assigned and being removed from there. That's pretty much it what we have done in this tutorial. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. So that's it for this video, guys.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely